Walk round compound, see some tigers, and then hopefully hear squeaks. Peep, 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 beats. Peep, 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 beats. Peep, 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 beats. Peep, 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 beats. Peep, 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 beep. And then Derek will ramble. Peep, 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 beep. About many different things. Peep, 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 beep. He's got attention deficit. Peep, peep, beep, beats. And he's got big cats for friends. Walk round the drum solo. Hello, Solano. Good morning. How are you? You got some mud butt going on. Got a little bit of mud butt. What about that? It's literal. Oftentimes mud butt is more of a euphemism, a euphemism for lots of unfortunate poopscapades happening. Ya know. He's like, what? I gave you one moo. That's all I need to give. That's all I need to give. One moo. That's it. That's it. Need anything else? Just, talk to the butt. Talk to the mud butt. Papa. Mr. Papa Pants. I heard that someone was getting a little bit amorous with that duck. Yeah. Someone brought over a duck and gave it to Papa. And he played with it, and then he started humping it. So obviously he's whooped. He's like, oh man, yeah. Look, I felt the vibes. Me and the duck hit it off right away. I mean, we were flirting, and then one thing led to another. You know how these things go. And in front of everyone, he didn't care. He's like, I'm going to express my love unabashedly, without shame. And you're just going to have to accept it. These are my life choices. You're just going to have to accept them. My name is Papa. And I like ducks. Hi babies. Hi beautifuls. Oh. Hi, how are you? Oh my goodness. The lush. Everything is so lush and green and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, everything is just lush and green. Oh, green Texas. I didn't know that it got green in Texas. I thought it was just deserts and tumbleweeds. Well, it does in certain parts. Some parts are desert and tumbleweeds, but Texas is a very large state. It's got wide and diverse climates. So yeah. Oh. Hello, all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. I got my Carl Sagan is my homeboy shirt. Someone sent that to me. Remember, I was just talking about it like in passing. It was just a passing kind of comment. And I made it actually at the corner of this enclosure. I said, that'd be so cool to have one of those shirts. And someone just sent it. Thank you very much. Now, this person didn't send a note or anything like that, and and so I don't know if this person wants to be like recognized, but I do want to make sure that I do say thank you very much. So I'm just going to say this person's first name. I'm not going to say their last name, but the name that showed up on the receipt was an individual named Ignacio. Very cool, Ignacio. I will provide you your Carl Sagan shirt. Very nice. I like it. Very like. Iggy! Iggy! Thanks for the shirt, Iggy. I used to have a dog named Iggy. I did. Back in the day. But actually, that Iggy was short for Ignatius. And then there's Ignacio. So that could also be Iggy as well. So thank you so much for sending me that shirt. It's really awesome. I like it, and the material's good, and it fits. XL. I'm an XL. I'm an extra large guy. Wally is still a little bit, he's getting better. I think Noe's finally kind of cycling out of her heat cycle. And Wally's treating, like Rachel and Morgan better. But I tried to test out, like, hey, what's up, Wally? And he was like, ugh, yesterday. And I was like, okay. Duly noted. Duly noted. So I left him be. I left him be. But yeah, free stuff is cool. Gifts are fun. They are. They are. I appreciate. There's people, they send stuff. You know, they send things, the little waka wakas. Whack whack. It's a little breezy out. Oh, there's also another individual sent me a really nice flashlight. One of those super fantastic, like, tactical ones. Which I'm probably gonna, well, because it's, you know, I don't know if you noticed, but it's daytime. So it would be a little bit pointless to show you how powerful the flash, but it's one of those newer ones where it's got like 1,000 lumens, and it's just a little thing that can fit in your pocket, and it just puts out just an obscene amount of light. I was testing it out in the yard, yeah, and it was just like, oh my gosh, sheesh. You can signal aliens with this thing. Raven. I think I'm actually going to be testing some of that. I'll test it out and probably post just little videos. Probably on an Instagram post or whatnot. You know, BigCatDerek on the Instagram. Go check me out. Heidi Berry Cron on Instagram. Rachel Rossetti on Instagram. There's so many people. And they post so many different things. Mr. Ace up here. Doing his thing. Taking a nap. He has Peets. He has Peets. I think Milo's inside. I think Milo is inside, so we're going to go down. We're going to check it out. We're going to check it out. Hi. Hi, Mr. Man. It's like I was not expecting this. I was not expecting visitors. I'm very sorry for the mess. It's like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, I'm just this terrible housekeeper. Well, it's fine. You know, one of those people, maybe they have like a magazine kind of like laying out on a counter, and they're like, I'm so sorry for this mess. Yeah, no. And then you have like the flip side of that, where it's kind of like, you know, like that episode of The Simpsons where like Homer goes down into the basement to help clean up the basement, but he just takes a leaf blower and just starts going and just starts blowing everything around. Done. And yeah, that's the other one. That's the other side of that whole thing. The flip side. Oh, hi. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's, what is that? Negas Lorak. I'm C. Yaubimah. Iggy, I think that you got me a shirt that they printed backwards. Can you please send me another one? They printed backwards on this shirt. It's not. I didn't notice it when I put it on. I think that we're going to have to talk to the manufacturer. Hi. Aw, thanks, Miss. Thanks, Miss Tauntaun. Thanks, Miss Tauntaun. Thank you. She's like, no, I have more purrs. She's like, well, if you didn't like those purrs, how about these purrs? Very good. Those are good as well. Thank you. Those are good purrs as well. So one of my videos got flagged for demonetization. Yeah, it did. It did. And what that means is, well, there's a little bit of a, I guess, a controversy that's kind of going around. There was a lot of advertisers that they didn't like the fact that maybe their advertisements were getting put up next to what they would deem as extremist content or objectionable content. And they started to pull out. They started to pull away from like Google and from YouTube, and they said, like, fix your stuff, or we don't want to be showcased on your platform. And there was a lot of channels that got hit pretty hard. Sass! Hold on, look at those Peets. Look at those Peets. Look at them. Look at them. Leaf Peets. Peets through the leaves. Peets through the leaves. The story of Peets through the leaves. So many instances in life where all you need is Peets through the leaves. It's a new song I'm writing. It's a work in progress. Hi, Sass. Yeah. Oh, Squeak compilation. I'm not sure if it's made public yet. Squeak compilation is going to be happening. Like a rapid fire squeak. It's awesome. It's like 2.5 minutes of just meow, 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 meow. Oh, it's awesome. Great. So, Melissa, thank you so much for putting that one together. You're awesome. High fives. High fives, high Peets. And Cassie, of course, is like, I just came all the way down here, and you just want to get the squeak. You're like, oh, fine, Derek's got the squeak, and now he's going to be like, I got what I wanted from you, and I'm going to just mosey on down the way. It's like, you can at least just kind of hang out with me for a little bit, Derek. Can't you do that? My goodness. Oh, see, if I would have just left, I wouldn't have got this cute little rub-a-dub that Sass is doing. That sounded a little bit weird. I wouldn't have gotten a cute little... That sounds this is a little suspicious. Okay, all right. Probably not as bad as Frosty Nips, but it's yeah. Anyway, moving on. I think this video is going to get flagged for demonetization. No, but yeah, what was happening was that there were different content creators who were getting their videos flagged, and they were getting like entire channels were getting demonetized. And what it was this is the other thing. Yes, there were instances of just really just crazy and very offensive and objectionable content. That, of course, if you're an advertiser, you don't want that stuff. You know, you just like someone just like spouting off just really horrible messages, and then, you know, all of a sudden it's like, hey, drink Pepsi. But then again, Pepsi is kind of doing their own bit of clunky advertising, as we've seen. Yes, I said that intentionally. I said the Pepsi one intentionally. But yeah, it sparked an interesting conversation because because some people are saying, well, what is and what isn't objectionable content, and is this, like, what sort of territory are we getting into, and is this some sort of, is this going against, the values of free speech? Now, I know that free speech types things, it has to deal specifically with governments and legal systems imposing restrictions on what people can and cannot say. But I think a lot of people, what they're saying is like, look, if you want to claim to be an, organization that espouses these values, then sometimes that can come into question. And there's one of those kind of things, and it can get squirrely. It can get squirrely. like, you have content creators who, yes, they're doing some things that are just really kind of, yeah, it's like, yeah, I can see why an advertiser wouldn't want their product being sold on that platform. But then you have guys, like, and I've talked about this before, like Philip DeFranco, who talks about different issues of the day. He provides commentary and insight into these different things, and I think it spans both sides of the aisle, or both sides of the idealistic or political spectrum. I think that he's a very middle of the road, moderate type of individual, and that's only what I've seen. If there's other instances where that's not the case, then I would definitely, sure, I'd like to hear that. But I watch a lot of his videos, and he basically, his whole channel got flagged, and that also sparked conversations of like, oh, well, I guess if you're not completely talking down certain ideological lanes, then that is grounds, that is the definition of extremist content. And then, like, again, it's like, where does the definition begin and where does it end? Where's the definition begin and where does it end? And that, again, it sparked a really interesting conversation. Now, my video, there was one, and this is also like the thing that YouTube they do, where you'll have a video that gets marked for demonetization, and they don't tell you. They don't send you an email. They don't like, hey, this one was. They'll tell you when, like, hey, I got an email basically saying just like, hey, we just reviewed that vid and it's good. It's good to go. It's good. And I'm like, I didn't know that it got flagged in the first place. I wish that I would have known this. That would have been nice to get that message. YouTube, hold on, I gotta, I'm gonna teleport. Okay. Kame. Oh, what? Why did it teleport me into the woodpile? I'm not even in the compound. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Hi, baby. I know, I gotta get that thing recalibrated. So yeah. Like I said, interesting conversation about some of the stuff that is happening as far as content, as advertisers. And this is another thing that some other people have been saying, because a lot of the controversy, so to speak, is being driven by a number of different mainstream, like, media outlets. Like, YouTube is just harboring, it's a den of just awfulness and hate. And don't get me wrong, there's people who put up objectionable content. I'm not going to sit there and say that they don't. But I think also I think that there's a narrative that was definitely getting kind of pushed from some of these mainstream folks they're basically saying, like, look, YouTube is cutting into our bread and butter. It is cutting into our cake. And people with smartphones in their pockets. Hold on. Got a guy going behind. Thank you. You know, people in their dorm rooms and apartments, and people who just have smartphones in their pockets, are they're taking a lot of eyes and they're taking a lot of views away from some of these traditional media outlets. And I think that and this is, again, without sounding too conspiracy, it's a conspiracy, it's the HARP system. But yeah, there may be a bit of a narrative that kind of gets pushed forward that says, like, hey, let's see if we can kind of dig into this a little bit, because we're hurting and we're kind of being outdone by, again, people who they just have a few pieces of technology in their homes and in their pockets. Yeah, I think that that's part of part of some of the driving forces behind some of this stuff. Part of some of the driving forces. Let's see if we can kind of hit them where it counts, hit them in their wallets. Let's see if we can get back what was lost. Reclaim some of our viewers. It's just a thought. Some people might be like, Derek, you might want to go ahead and get yourself fitted for a tinfoil hat. I'm not crazy. Yeah. No, I am paranoid. I will say, I am. I've been tested for certain things, and it showed up like, well, there's a couple of things that kind of show, register on the scale. Bug and Pita, where are you at? Where you is? Where is you? Ah, let's see, pooping. Yep, having a nice old duty. This objectionable content cannot stand. We need to flag this video. But I'm showing the duties, so, you know, maybe a sponsor like Charmin. Like, hey, you got some real just inky tar, like, poops coming out. Like, yeah, you get that Charmin double ply. It even takes care of tiger poops. Have clean tiger booties for days. The old mud butt. Why does it always descend? Why? I try to have serious conversations, and it always goes to juvenile territory. You know, it just goes to poop and stuff like that. I know. I'm a 12-year-old. Like a 12-year-old. But I think that we're seeing a lot of that. We're just people, just on there's a lot of ideologies that are going back and forth, and in a big way, it's a good thing. We're more connected now than we've ever been in our entire human history. People have voices now that never had the ability, or would have never had the ability, maybe just I was going to say a few centuries ago, no, just a few decades ago. And these types of technologies are democratizing forces. And there's going to be a lot of arguing. This is the right way. That's the right way. Well, it's always been done like this, and people have thought this way. Well, that way stinks. Let's think about new ways. Let's think about different ways, better ways. And it's supposed to, a lot of this stuff is supposed to be uncomfortable. The growing pains of our collective consciousness, I'd like to think of it as. Hi, girls.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Hi. Hi, Vovo. Hi, Vovo. Oh. He's fine. That sounds a lot worse than it is, but he's just got a big old rock head, because he's a tiger. Bless you. He's got a big old tiger rock head. And he's got a big old squish head. Look at this squishy guy. Ooh, old man chomp chomp. Old man chomp a chomp. What a good boy. What a good boy you are. Yes, hard at work. Making sure that these cats have a good and clean and safe home. Oh, he's looking at me again. He's looking at me with these eyes. You see these eyes? Do you see them? I see them. I had to stop. I had to. I couldn't just keep walking. Come on. What sort of monster do you think I am? Oh! Let's talk about the actual video. Okay, the video that got demonetized on because I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, what was it? Was it something you said? Was it a conversation that you had? What was it? And it was an older video. It was like I think I posted it in like 2015. Way back in the age of 2015. 4K was just a dream. But it was a video. It was after feeding. It was after feeding, and the cats were eating meat, and there were like some cow bodies, and there was some stuff like that. And that's all it was. Just going around talking to the cats and just kind of rambling. And it was like a 5 or 6 minute video. And yeah, people were someone. And this is the other thing, because I want to, because not people might go into the comment and like, that's the thing. But I don't think that it was any. I don't think it was anyone from like the Pride, so to speak. Like, there wasn't anyone from our community. I think it was probably someone who kind of came on, and maybe they don't know the context of what that is or what they're seeing. They're just seeing just body parts. And they're like, I don't know what this is. What is this? And then they did it. So it's like, yeah, I wish that maybe that individual would have kind of spent a little bit more time. Or those individuals, and it probably was a bunch of people. It wasn't just one. Because I'm sure that if you could just go around and just flag every video, just like, I hate that guy. One flag means that everything's gonna get taken down. That's a way too much power. I don't think YouTube's that. They're going that draconian with these measures. It was just some meat. It was a meat video. And I think there's someone, they objected to it, which that's fine. It's not, we talked about that. You can talk about meat, like meat's it's a touchy subject, as we've learned in recent webcasts. But that one did. And then I got that notice, like, hey, we checked it, and it's fine, it's good for monetization. And I'm like, thanks. Thanks, I guess. So, yeah. So that's just a thing that's happening. And I don't know, and Micah, thank goodness, because she's actually an organized person. She went through and she checked all the other videos. She's like, it looks like that was the only one. Looks like that was the only one. You know, your channel is still in good standing and whatnot. So that's good. See, I shouldn't even show these guys, because that's absolutely going to cause my entire channel to get demonetized. Because then I'm looking at these just, Teegees. Once anyone from YouTube sees that the Teegees are being promoted on the platform, they're going to be like, nope, shut it down. Shut it down and delete everything. We gotta scorch it. Gotta scorch it. Burn it all. Get rid of it. We can't have this objectionable content being displayed on our platform. What happens if children see this month? They'll have nightmares for days, weeks. We can't pay out that many therapy bills. Hi, boys. They're handsome. They are handsome. Look at it. Yeah, they're handsome. They're handsome boys. Good. They're good boys. Building some new stuff. The tree and the lemurs thing had to come down because it was dead. The tree was dead, so it had to come down. But so we're going to be building. I mean, there's huge platform systems that Heidi designed that are going to be built, and it's going to be really awesome. And it's going to be very, very, very enriching for the lemurs. And everything got a nice little paint job, so you can see that. Oh, there's been so many different things, and I want to showcase this a little bit more specifically about what we've been doing recently. And I mean, just within like the past couple weeks, couple months, what we've been doing with Care Rescue Texas donations, and what we've been doing to try to really just, improve the quality of life for the animal residents. So thank you very, very much for those of you who have and continue to donate to this facility. And I guess if you're going to talk about, channels, oh my gosh, videos potentially getting demonetized, and then content creators potentially losing, important funding, then I should also make mention of my Patreon account. I was told by a lot of people that I'm saying it wrong, that it's actually Patreon, and that whenever I say Patreon, it's like nails on a chalkboard. I don't know what sort of bizarro world like you're from, but I'm pretty certain it's pronounced Patreon. So, yeah. Just probably going to roll with that one for a while. But if you want to help support the channel specifically, then please consider becoming a patron. They're having a meeting. They're having a quarterly meeting. Oh my gosh, look at that one. Look at that one. He's like, I'm a sleepy little lemur. I feel like the resolution is starting to give out on my phone. I feel like I would be able to zoom in and it'd be a little bit more at this distance. That's why I gotta keep on updating my equipment, because I use this stuff a lot. And yes, the sophisticated electronics, they start to erode and decay. At least I think they do. I don't know. Can someone help me out with that? Do they? Do they or don't they? That's the question that I have this week on the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Go down into the comment section. Please let me know. I suppose I could Google it, but I would rather hear it from you, the community, the pride. Do digital cameras lose their do they lose their punch? Do they lose their quality or their ability to have clarity? Is that a thing that happens? Or am I just making stuff up? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, anywho, this was a fun webcast, fun discussion. Let me know what you think about some of the conversations that we talked about, or some of the things that we talked about, or I talked about. Well, again, we go back and forth. I read the comments, engage with people. So let me know what you think about some of the stuff we talked about. I'd love to hear from you. I always love hearing from you folks. You're a cool bunch of people. And this is a handsome boy. He's like, I know. Is this like some sort of like dramatic, kind of lion, kind of fashion model? I wish I had a can of Pepsi right now. We'll walk round compound, see some tigers, then hopefully hear... Richard Parker, get out of here. All right.
No, I appreciate your assistance.
But thanks for watching, folks.
It's not necessary.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. All right, let's try this again.